Good afternoon, music teachers. Today we're talking about using your digital planner 2023 to 2024 tips and tricks. All right, the first thing I'm going to teach you how to do is to install the font so you can read everything in the PowerPoint. And to show you the reference page. So we're going to quickly open up our product and go to the second page, which gives us notes about the product. This PowerPoint uses Oregon LDO throughout as a font, and to download it, you're going to press Control and then left click on the underlined text, and that brings you to where I got the font. It is a free commercial font. The only thing I don't like about this website is that even though we got right here, the actual download for this item is all the way kind of at the bottom of the page. See where it says free download? This is where you download the font. So you would click that and then press save in a folder that you would like. And I actually have another video on my channel which can show you how to fully install a font if you need some help with that. Okay. Next, after installing the font, I'm going to show you how to remove a link, because there is going to be a YouTube link to this product on the very first page. So on this page right here, this is a YouTube link, and if you press Control and left click, it's going to take you to my YouTube channel, and where it will also be
I'm the music tech teacher,
linked to the product and the actual product video. Okay, so say for example you don't want to keep that link right there, you'd like to delete that link. You don't want it, you know where my channel is, and you can just go to the playlist. So you can highlight this, and once you highlight it, you can see a formatting menu comes up. A lot of times there is a remove link right here in this item, but if that doesn't come up for you right there, then you can go up here to insert and then go all the way over to link, and this says insert link. We're actually going to click on that. I know that's counterintuitive, but it opens up this menu where you can hit remove link. There you go, and that will get rid of your link. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put it back though for now. All right, next we're going to take a look at editing. So all of the entire planner is editable. You can add in your school system, school name, erase anything you want in any of these text boxes. I also want to show you how to get rid of the picture in here. Say for example you don't like the picture that's here. To format a picture or to change the picture, you can right click. You can hit change picture by going to this device, stock images from online sources, icons, clipboard, whatever it is that you want to change the item that's there. I'm going to go ahead and click this device, and I'm just going to pick the first image that's here, headphones. Cool. And that's pretty interesting to me. I like that logo, but if you want to keep it, then that's how you insert it. I'm going to put it back to the original, so I'm going to press Control Z to get back. All right, awesome. So that's how you can put an image or a new image in. The next thing we're going to do is take a look at the months. Okay, so all of the months are collapsible. So see these little arrows? If I click on these arrows, it will collapse an entire section, and then I will see the next section comes up, September, and I can close all of these sections so that way I can look at each month individually. And it just makes it a nice way to organize it. Each of the pictures in each category were ones that I got from Pixabay and then photoshopped myself. But again, it's easy to change these images over if you don't like these images, just as I showed you before. Alright, the next thing we're going to take a look at is the cells. So this is how I created calendars. To create a calendar for your virtual agenda, if you don't want to use this one, if you want to change it somehow, you can click in between the two slides. Create a new slide by going up to the top, okay, and then go, I'm actually going to get rid of these items so that we can create a table. Okay, I'm going to delete this one, I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to click on table, and then I'm going to insert a 7 by 6 table, because that should work for August. And then if I drag this from its corners, I can create this as large as I want or as small as I want, and all of the cells are editable. So the next thing I can do is you can actually change the color that is in each individual cell. It's up to you what you want that to be. You can even insert things like pictures. So let me show you a reason why I might have done that. So in the August slide, I put a picture on August 28th because that's my first day of school. Obviously, it might not be your first day of school. So if you want to change that, you can right-click on this, go to Format Shape, okay, and it's going to open a menu on the right-hand side. We're going to go to Fill, and in here you can either choose to, we can put a different picture in, or we can get rid of that picture. If we want to get rid of it, we can go to Solid Fill, and then to make it look like the rest of the calendar, I'm going to click on Fill Color, go down to Eyedropper, copy the color that's next to it so it looks the same, and then I can edit this however I want, if that's not, for example, my first day of school. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this back for you. Alright, that's formatting a picture. Now that we've formatted a picture, we're going to talk about adding or removing a picture to a cell. So we just removed one. If you want to add one in, let's click on another cell. Let's go to 22. This time I'm going to go back over to my fill menu, and I'm going to pick picture or texture fill. When I pick that, it automatically puts in the last picture I had just put in, but you can change it by going to Insert and then choosing. So you can go from a file, stock images, online pictures, or icons. I'm going to say from a file. And then I'm going to pick the first thing, well, I'll pick the second thing on here. And it'll insert my picture. Now I think that picture's a little vibrant for me to write over. So next thing I'm going to do is change its transparency. To do that, I'm in the same menu, below Insert. There's a menu that says Transparency, and I'm going to use the scroll button to change the percentage of transparency of the picture so that I can type over it and so I can see what I write. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put that back. There we go. Awesome. So that's how you can add a picture and then be able to see it and write over it. Next we're going to take a look at saving copy. Okay, so say for example, before you start really working in your planner, you want to save this planner for next year, so that way you can have a new planner that's already been created. You just have to change everything by one day. It's a little bit of work to do that. I will be creating a new planner for next year, but say for example, you just don't have the money to throw around. It's easy to just get this once, save a copy, and then just change the numbers and change the titles. So to do that, you're going to go to File, and then you're going to click on Save a Copy. When you do that, you're just going to change the name of the agenda. So I'm going to write, let's see, I'm going to write Virtual Agenda Alyssa 2023 to 2024. And if I wanted it for next year, I'd just change the dates to 2024, 2025. And then you could start working on your agenda throughout the year when you have time. And then it'll be ready for you at some point by the end of the year. And then I would hit save. I already have saved one as this, and I'm just going to save over it, and that is fine. All right, awesome. So next, we're going to take a look at the next item, which is adding and deleting slides. Say, for example, you want to add in a new week. I, for example, put all the days in all the way through June. Say you want to continue adding slides after June. You can add a new section. If you need a new section to add one, you're going to left click on the side so that you can see your cursor in red, and then right click to add a section. I'm going to name this section July just because it's after the previous section. Oh, let's try that again. Right click, rename section, if that didn't work for some reason. July, rename. There we go. So now I have a new section. I'm going to add a new slide. But say, for example, I want to start adding in days like they are already listed above. So I'm going to go and pick up the beginning of each slide just to make it easier for me to copy paste. I'm going to press Control and left click. Okay. And then I'm going to go to the next one, Tuesday. Then I'm going to go to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and press C to copy them all. Now I'm going to go down to my new section, and I have my Monday through Friday slides already pasted here, but just so I know which one is which when I go in, I'm going to recolor them first. So Monday blue, Tuesday green, Wednesday yellow, and I did these colors on purpose because I wanted it to be easy to find what I was looking for by day when I had to search through a bunch of different days. Alright, so I've got my days color coded so it's a little easier to find, and now I'm just going to take the basic template from the last one starting at morning plans, and I'm going to copy the entire day over. So Control, the first slide, the next slide, all the way through the day from, let's go back and take a look at the first time, from 8:25 all the way through the day, through lunch, to the last class, and then after school notes, and I'm going to press C to copy. And then I'm going to press Control V under each new day. So that way I have all of my new days added in. And the only thing that I have to change now when I go back through this is to change the month and the date. So that way I can easily change this to another section, or say July. So actually let me first find the July section, so I make sure I'm not changing the wrong thing. There we go, July. So now I'm going to go here, and I can easily just change all of these items. So I'll change and format the color to the same thing, blue, fill color. There we go. And now I can see my text box where I can write. And then in here, I just have to change the date. So I don't want this to be June now. I want this to be July. And I would just type that in and then change the date over. So it's very easy to manipulate this and to change it however you want, especially if you know how to copy and paste, because it will copy and paste all of the text boxes and all of the pictures back in. And then just changing the pictures over is easy. You can delete them as you need to, and find new pictures to put in. It's pretty easy to do. So I'm just going to delete everything that I did, getting rid of our section, just so that it goes back to what it was originally. Oh, looks like I have to remove the section. All right, awesome. All right, now let's go back to the next thing. All right, we did adding, deleting sides, copying and pasting text boxes, photos, and slides. So I just showed you how to do multiple slides. Again, if you're, for example, if you're going through a day and you're adding a new day in with the date, once you've copied all the slides over, go to the text box with the date, and once you've put the new date in, say we've got June 3rd here, let's change it to the 4th. Just copy the whole text box, because then you're not doing as much work. Control-C, copy. Now I'm just going to go to the next slide, and I can change this to the 4th by clicking on the text box, delete, Control-V to paste in the new one, and then I can do that for each slide pretty quickly, and I don't have to retype the date over and over again. So that's just a cool trick, just so that you don't have to do as much work to change a date or something. Okay. Again, you can do the same thing with these photos. Changing them over is pretty simple. To delete a photo, you just click on it and then press delete or backspace. And then if you want to add a photo back in, just go to insert, and then you can choose whatever photo you'd like to put there. I'm going to press Control-Z because I want to put that back. Let's say, for example, it wasn't June, and you wanted to change it to May or something. So you went to a slide and you copied the May picture, and you went back to the June slide, and I wanted to change that for whatever reason. Since I've already copied the picture, it's on what's called my clipboard, so I can delete this picture by pressing delete or backspace and press Control-V to apply the new picture. Okay. One other thing, if you don't want the text box to be under the picture, then you have to click on the text box and right click and then press bring to front, so that way you can type on top of the picture if you need to, or so it's easy, so that you can type in the text box, just as a hint. Okay, I'm going to put that all back to June. There we go. All right, the next thing we're going to take a look at. Okay. Copy and pasting slides. Bullets and numbering. I'm going to close our window so we don't have to hear that anymore. Hold on 1 second. All right, there we go. Bullets and numbering. So one of the reasons I really like using this format for an agenda is that I can go up to my slide, and for example, when my kids come into my classroom, they can see exactly what it is I want us to be doing for the day, and they can see the order that we're going to be doing those things in. So I go to numbering, to put everything in. And say, for example, we're going to work on the Star Spangled Banner. Okay. And then if I want to show objectives to my evaluators, and also so the kids know exactly what it is that we're going to be working on in Star Spangled Banner, I press Tab to indent and then click bullets. So then they know what it is that we're doing. I'm going to put in work on head voice. And then maybe memorization of lyrics. And it just gives them an idea of, yes, we're going to do the Star Spangled Banner today, but this is what we're doing with it. And then if an evaluator comes in, they see what your objective is because it's posted. It's posted for them to see. And I teach through a projector, just to clarify, just to make sure nobody's confused. This is something that I show all of my students. My students see this slide up on the board every day, so they know when they walk in, they can see what it is that we're doing. And then the next thing, the next really cool thing, is that you can do this. You can link. So I'm actually going to link to a PowerPoint that's actually already on my hard drive. So I'm going to press Control K. And when I do that, I can search through all of my directories. This is a directory button. It makes it go up a level so I can see what the next level in my computer is. I'm going to go to grade 2. And then as soon as that opens, I'm going to go to my PowerPoints. September, October, because that's usually when we do Star Spangled Banner. And I'm going to go ahead and click on this PowerPoint, which was made by Terry McKee. This PowerPoint was not made by me. It was made by somebody else. And then now I have it linked, the PowerPoint, to this PowerPoint, which is really awesome. So now I can press Control and left click to open my Star Spangled Banner PowerPoint. And this links directly to the file that I want to share with my students. Oh, I hate when it does this. If it goes to live, here's how you fix that. You have to fix the link. So the link that I provided wasn't a direct link to my directory. So let's try that again. If that happens to you, this is how you fix it. You have to go back to your link, and you have to go all the way through your directory. So let's try that again. Control K. Now, I'm going to remove this link because this link brought me to Microsoft Live, which is their online site. So if you have Microsoft Office, you have a service called Microsoft Live, which will put all of your PowerPoints online so you can access them from anywhere, which is really awesome, a really awesome tool. But every once in a while, I don't want to go to the live one because then I can't show slideshows the way that I want to show them. So I'm just showing you that this sometimes happens, so that way you know how to deal with it. So press remove link, and we're gonna fix this link by going Control K. Now this time, when I go through my directory, I have to make sure that I go all the way out of my directory to the correct directory. So I'm going to my OneDrive, and then I'm going to the directory that I need. So see how now it says C, and there isn't like a bunch of letters, like a million letters there. If it has like a whole bunch of them, sometimes it's linking to the OneDrive link, and I don't know why exactly it does that, but that's what's happening if that happens to you. All right, here we go. Clicking on that. Now it should be the correct link. Yes. See, it doesn't have a ridiculous number of letters and numbers and stuff. All right. So now I'm going to press Control and left click again. Aha, this is what we should get. It's going to warn me that the link could be unsafe. It's not always safe to click on links. Well, it is safe if we put it in there. So we put it in, so we're going to click yes. And it opens up my PowerPoint directly. And then I can click slideshow. And then from beginning, and the kids can sing along. And it will project right to the front of my room. So it's just kind of an awesome way to have all of your items linked into your PowerPoints. And to get out of the slideshow, I just pressed escape, and that's how you exit. It's really nice because then I can have a number of different kinds of links in here. It might not be something directly to my hard drive. I can link. You can use Control K to link to anything, which is kind of cool. You just have to make sure that when you are providing, when you press Control K, that the link that you're providing, goes somewhere specific. Maybe it goes to a Google slide. You can use your Google slide address, or maybe it goes to a YouTube video, or it goes to a PowerPoint on your own hard drive, or it goes to, it just depends on the link that you place in the address. And that's really all you need to know to be able to link anything. Okay, awesome. Now that we talked a little bit about that, the next thing we're talking about, I showed you the collapsible list. I showed you that you could create links to items online into your hard drive. Slideshow functions. So for example, when you open up a slideshow, you can start from the beginning just by pressing beginning right here. Okay, and if I want to get out of this slideshow, I can press escape. There are a number of other options down here in the left-hand corner, just to make you aware of what these are. These are buttons to make your PowerPoint go forward depending on what you're using to advance your slides. I just use my arrow keys to make my slides go forward, but you can click with a mouse on these buttons to make it go forward. You can write on your slides. You can use, you've got a laser pointer to show where things are. There's a pen, so you can circle items. You can erase all the ink on the slide, or you can erase just a piece of the ink, or a part, one piece. Like for example, here, let me show you that again so that's not confusing. So say I have multiple ones. What it's saying is that I can either erase everything at once, or I can pick one item, is what it's saying. Okay, and then these are different formats. When you click on the third button there, ways to see this. And then this zooms in. Say you just want to show a certain part of your screen. You want it to be a little bigger. Maybe somebody is low vision. Then you can press escape to get out of it. I'm not actually sure what that one does. I will look into that. And then the next button, subtitles. It starts subtitles. Okay. Well, I haven't used that before, but maybe someday we can. Okay. Say for example you wanted to go back to the slide you were just on and you accidentally exited. You would go to from current slide, the second one, and it'll bring up the slide that you are currently highlighted on in the left side of the screen. Okay. I believe this last one lets you actually record your PowerPoint. So say you wanted to give a talk and talk over your PowerPoint while you were doing it, then you would click on this to screen record. And there are a few more options here. You can just end the show, a couple of different things. I'm gonna end the show. So I think we're pretty much all set. We're almost all done with all of the different options here. In another video, I will show you how to insert music, and I'll show you how to do some animations in the future. So you can maybe use, if you happen to buy the PowerPoint that has all the notation in it, I can teach you how to animate that. And of course, don't forget to save. All right, it does have an autosave option. So say for example, and I'm going to shut this because we don't need this anymore. But say for example, you're working throughout the day and you leave this open from class to class. If you have autosave on, it will save the last thing that you've written down as long as you have an internet connection. It doesn't always autosave if you don't have an internet connection. So, to save every once in a while, you can press Control S to save, or you can click on this icon next to autosave right here. There's also this option where Microsoft has this thing called OneDrive, which is what Microsoft Live is essentially, is that it syncs all of your files and keeps track of all of your files. So that is definitely worth using if you happen to have that feature. Because then if you happen to, say for example, one day your computer stops working and you have to use a different computer, if you log in to your Microsoft OneDrive, all your stuff will be there, which is really awesome. All right, that's it for today's video. I hope that I helped you out with to start off your school year just right. Have a great day, and hope to see you in the next video.